Well, good morning and happy Friday. I'm going to do a little bit of painting this morning out here. You can see I've got several pieces that I've started, and I'm going to add a little to them. I had so much fun playing around, and I've been working on mostly big paintings lately, and I love that. But I also like working on smaller paintings too. You can see that I've got a small palette this morning, and I've got my cool colors and then my warm colors, and I'm going to be having a little fun. So I'm just going in and adding layers of color in here to build up some interest and some beauty, and I'm doing a little mixing on my palette here just to get some fun colors. I don't always like to use color right out of the tube, so I do a little bit of blending, and I'm going to add some subtle pink in here to this orange because I just feel like I like the combo. I still want a little orange to show through, but not a lot. It's the background color. And I like it because it adds warmth to the overall feel. So underpainting to me is extremely valuable because a lot of times the color will peek through in places, and it adds interest. So I'm learning as I go, just like everybody does. Not only do you learn, but you continue to grow. And I am obsessed with color, and I have been since I was, well, before I even went to school, so 5 or 6 years old, maybe. And I was always a kid that spent a lot of time kind of by myself. And that was kind of interesting to me looking back. I was a little different, and I guess I still am. Because artists kind of isolate a little bit and for focus. So we have to kind of get out of our shells and go out into the world. And I love doing that because then I see things that inspire me. You know, you can see a lot online these days, but getting out and having an in-person experience is fantastic. That's one of the reasons I sign up for art festivals is to sell a few pieces of art and justify buying more paint for one thing. And speaking of that, if you're watching, please follow me, make a comment, give me a like, because I've got $600 worth of paint in my Jerry's Artorama cart right now. I am on the fence with it because I want it. And I'm thinking, people are watching, but I'm not getting likes, I'm not getting follows as much as I would like. If you have followed, thank you. But it just makes me wonder, am I on the right track here? And I love it when I get feedback from people because, all art is not for everybody. But supporting artists is important because we're limited in number. Most people aren't willing to do this or willing to try or wanting to try. And, I find out when people try, they aren't able to learn and be successful. I'm hoping to do a little online class maybe one of these days. I would love that. I would love to do in-person classes too, as a retired teacher, art teacher. One of the things I miss is connecting with the learners and inspiring them. And not only that, I actually get inspired by them too. So it's a two-way street there. So I would really appreciate any comments you would have if you're interested in a class, if you're in the Tulsa area. Gosh, that would be great. Got a couple of ideas for classes. Got all kinds of ideas, but only one of me. So, can only do so much. But boy, it doesn't stop me from trying. I'm kind of liking that. I think I'm going to go with just a tittle of this hot pink mixed with a little bit of that. And give some bright pops to a couple of these too. This is almost like a neon pink here. I can't think of the name of the color right now, but it's in the Lucas Krill line. I'm using Lucas Krill mostly. And I started using them a few years ago for my pourings, and along with Liquitex, which I also like quite a bit. And they all have, professional lines, student lines, that kind of thing. So you can invest at the at the point that you feel is right for you. But don't hesitate, to buy yourself a few colors and play, because you're going to learn as you go, just like with anything. We didn't all start off walking, but most of us that have the ability are walking around and doing things right now, even though we had bruises from trying when we were young. I'm going to pause for now, and I haven't done a lot here, but I hope you've seen the changes happening. I'm going to let this part dry, and I think I'm going to turn these roses into little orange roses, orangey yellow roses. You can see I've got a little bit of that color popping through in the background when I was doing my underpainting. So again, if you've enjoyed watching today, please like and follow. It really does help me, and it encourages me more than anything. Have a blessed weekend, y'all.